Right, I'm going to continue game. I'm not sure how good it is about its checkpointing. We should be under a light.
Like this.
Yeah.
Alan, in space, no one can hear you in space.
We're back in Alan Wake. We left Barry in the office, I think. I forget the details.
We left him behind because it wasn't safe, basically.
We're heading to Lover's Peak.
We still headed towards Lover's Peak.
We are still headed towards Lover's Peak. Gonna grab this piece of paper.
It's a manuscript page.
It is. Wake sees the torch symbol.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go over here, obviously, to check out this flashing light.
It's a phone with an axe in it.
Yeah, it's still... Is it rusty with the axe now, I think?
I'm not sure if the axe one is supposed to be the original one, the character you wrote come to life.
Ah, right. A bear alert.
Later on there'll be a clothed alert.
I feel like that's the way forward, so you'll have to bear with us. No, I wasn't over there. Not by a long shot.
To be fair, you deserved that.
Oh, thanks.
The bare cheek of it.
Ow.
Yeah, you should occasionally sort of dodge. Oh, axe.
I'm like trying to remember the controls, bearing in mind.
Okay, so that's how you die.
I swear they're faster than me.
I think they are faster than you.
That felt very unfair.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like there's a dodge with... Is it not L1?
It's L1 plus a stick direction, I believe.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Cinematic dodge, nice.
I can't tell where I am.
Oh, he's a big bruiser when he knocks you. Is there like a heal button?
I don't think so currently.
Okay. Can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
Use the shotgun. Or the flare gun.
I can. I only have 2 bullets because it took all of our bullets off of us in the last checkpoint anyway.
Did it?
Yes.
Criminal.
Yeah, there's one right there. I just feel like I back up and I'm like stuck in a tree, which does not help, but... Also, it probably wants me to do one of these.
We'll do one of them then. And then get the others with a pistol.
Still quite mean. Oh, okay.
Better?
Yes, yeah. Just like, I selected easy for a reason, game. Calm down. For your... Come on, Alan, look at the sign. For your safety, stay on designated
The guy's
hiking
knackered.
trails.
Poor Alan.
Do not feed the wildlife.
Stop pranking, I think that said.
No, there's no secrets or notes, so let's just follow the light. So the way is shut.
You can see a manuscript page next to the fence. Does that mean that fence opens, or do we just go around?
I was thinking we probably go around. What is going on with that cutout?
Got wood? Dates from 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty.
The tree this ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year the Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the rings: 1853, the Washington Territory was formed. 1878, the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the town itself. 1889, Washington was granted statehood. 1929, tree damaged in a forest fire. 1970, the Bright Falls Mining Company closes its doors after a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts. 1987, tree felled by storm.
It's an old tree.
Yeah, you can see the dates. And then 2001.
But I thought... What?
Yeah, I'm like, the tree was felled by a storm.
But it kept growing for a bit?
That doesn't make any sense.
Plot hole.
Secrets on the back? No, it just has the same texture.
Wait, is the crack in the same direction? The crack goes sort of, it curves to the left like a left bracket. And on the other side, it curves to the left like a left bracket.
Yes, that's literally flipped.
No, it literally isn't. That's the thing. Thought you were being chased by a shark for a second there.
Oh, am I just supposed to...
Did you finish exploring where the wood was, though?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I went behind it, I looked around it.
Manuscript. Nightingale's arrival.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
It's like the literal opposite of Dale Cooper.
Hmm.
Well, I've got to remember to hit the touchpad. It gets you out of it all in one step.
Is there a stone falling sign there? Drop hazard.
Drop hazard, yeah.
So is it just next to Twin Peaks, or?
I guess.
Gazebo.
Yeah, I think we're sort of here by the mountain trail at the top left. Because we passed Moonshine Cave.
Ah, makes me want to go back to Washington State.
I never really got to do the whole mountain thing when I went.
No, I suppose not. You did get to go to the Hello Kitty store, though.
Yes.
Faster than that.
Oh, you just push it open. Okay. Please keep doors closed, remain seated, and do not swing cabin Keep arms and head inside at all times.
Sticks them leggy out over the side.
Whoa!
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Did I? What?
Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, wait. You better keep up.
It's an interesting conclusion to get to.
What I got for you?
Yeah, you probably still actually need to use that.
Monster!
Oh, more flares. Can you use your flare and the torch at the same time?
No. Are you gonna do something, or?
I think this is supposed to be a standoff.
Fighting me! How's that, huh? Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for that. Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it.
I don't like this guy already.
No. He thinks we're damn yuppies. Get up here.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Entering Lover's Peak.
Are we supposed to be the circle?
I guess.
This is it, Wake. A last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Yeah, the holding the flares is useless because they still just have the shadow shield.
No, don't jump.
That's right. That's right. You just keep coming. Just die already, die!
It also feels weird that it sort of goes, here's how the game works. We've changed that.
Oh, there's a guy up there.
That's what I got for you.
Did he get that one?
Oh,
Does he realise he has to shoot them as well? There we go.
It's a piece of cake, Wake.
I'm out of flares is the thing.
It's okay. Well, it sucks that you have to rely on him eventually getting around to killing them, but I suppose it means you only have to do one thing.
Oh, thank God.
Nothing to
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and I'll...
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
But not before reading this. Alice's fear of the dark.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
To be fair, I think we've all had that moment where you look at your cupboard near your bed in the night and you think your dressing gown is a person. Right?
Yeah, that's why I stand at the bottom of the bed all the time.
I see.
Hear the rumble of a waterfall.
Oh, it was a trap.
Must have warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
You know, for that guy doing the sneering, you don't want to what you doing with a gun. It's like, he was kind of rubbish.
It's like, I'm not amazing, I'm sure, but yeah, he was also taking, you know, a good couple of shots to do anything.
What was that to your left?
Oh, that'll be...
A very small tree.
It's a tree,
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, slightly itchy ear.
I did like watching the person like crab walk there just when you were not looking. So are all of the glowy things just bear traps then?
Yes, I think so. The glow actually makes them a bit... Is it like because I'm an easy?
It probably is because you're an easy, yes. That's another set of cans.
It is, yes. Oh. I find it very hard to actually see where I'm pointing the gun, if you get what I mean.
It's because there's no reticle.
Nope, that's not happening at all.
You know, there's probably an option to put a reticle in the middle of the screen.
Maybe. I do kind of like the cinematic, like using the torch point, but
Yeah, that's what
it
it's
doesn't
for.
help that I'm like also always over the shoulder.
I mean, you can change shoulder side if that helps.
Yeah, that I'm aware of.
You've not got a flare gun. Oh yes, you probably do have a flare gun, but you can just use a flare.
Yes, yeah, that's why I was like, I'll just whip one out real quick. I figured that was safer. And I'm not sure. No, I only have the pistol.
Oh, the forest's starting to do that thing.
It wants me to get on with it, I guess.
What the hell?
These phantoms seem to exist. No, that's the wrong line. Come from the very darkness? Not sure what it is. God, I'm looking forward to the Legacy of Kain re-releases remaster things.
Absolutely.
It's like, even if they barely change the gameplay, I'm like, don't need to. Well, at least in Soul Reaver. Never liked the gameplay in Soul Reaver 2.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm gonna die again. Move. I'm like hit and dodge, and he's just...
Because you have to hit dodge and a direction.
Yes, it's left stick, but I'm always pointing somewhere on left stick, aren't I?
Yeah, I think you have to like flick yourself into a direction. I can't remember what the intro said. I mean, this is going better anyway.
Shoot
I
him.
love reloading
Jesus,
in battle.
Yes, it is, because he's having to reload, admittedly.
And then once you get that, generator lit, you'll be fine again. give it another go.
There we go. Give me a reprieve for 5 seconds, please. Try not to get annoyed at the game. I was hoping it would be plain sailing no matter what, but...
Well, if I may offer my services at any point, because you get annoyed at it, let me know.
Yeah. I will, I'm sure.
Can we get in?
Yeah, I'm thinking there's something in here.
Manuscript page. Wake, here's a chainsaw.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
I don't like the sound of that. Aha, hunting rifle though. No extra ammo, but we'll see what we do with this. Oh, I actually can't get through that fabric. I'm assuming I go down over this bit of wood here.
And
Gently
death.
down. Gently down.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
That is odd, admittedly.
It's mysterious.
Mm. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I mean, you should be above it rather than underneath it.
So as the game has mentioned like the dark presence already.
I think
So
so,
this is all to do
yeah.
with that, isn't it?
Ah! Rude. Just wanted to peek inside.
What if there was an extra at the end? Also, this is literally a bit from Tomb Raider. Aha!
Secrets. Do you find it odd how much I can
Oh, for
change
goodness.
direction mid-air when I'm jumping?
Also, what's with all the breathing?
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of breathing. Right, I don't actually know which way I'm supposed to go.
I'm assuming where the plane's sort of
You
broken
think?
bit is facing.
Okay.
Either that or down there and to the left.
Yeah, this doesn't seem very traversable, admittedly.
Well, it's just to your right now. Well, you keep changing
I'm
directions,
just,
so it's
looking,
difficult
I'm
to tell
just
you.
looking around. Yeah, this way?
Yeah, and then to the right a little.
To the right.
Oh, what's that on the plane? Does that do anything interesting?
I can burn off. No, but there's probably a doing all of the things achievement, I guess. I'm just seeing if there's any more. And yes, I'm going to go towards the front of the plane.
Really? Not over there where it looks like is the way forward?
Over here.
Yeah,
Over here?
yeah, over there.
Okay, I'll just check out the front of the plane.
Sure.
Sorry.
Can you get back in?
I don't think so.
I'm not convinced there was anything inside it anyway.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Not the way forward anyway?
No. I guess the big light is still over here. I'm like, that's usually what it wants you to go towards, right? The light?
So was all this just a diversion?
Otherwise, part of me is like, or I could go back on the wing and go up there, but that seems unlikely. I'll try the light first. Man, he's unhappy.
It's just, yeah, if you're going towards the light, all that was just a big diversion.
Oh, okay. Am I supposed to go this way, maybe? Yes, it just checkpointed, so... Yeah, I guess that was just an extra. And I got extra flares and stuff.
Yeah, whichever trousers you like.
Oh.
To your right.
I'm using a flare gun? I think I am. Actually, you know what? Shoot the gun. Jesus.
Look, it's just going to keep taking the guns off you anyway.
Yes.
Which it felt like it did twice.
Yeah, I feel like there's no point in trying to save ammo in the end. But yes, it's sort of freeing knowing that that's the case. Oops, no.
Yes, we're going to jump at the generator.
Oh. Everything is reloaded. The tank is clean.
Oh, is it making a distinction between flares you hold in your hand and flares you shoot with the flare gun?
Yeah, I think so. I'll keep that. Trying to keep my eyes out for any other pick-upables, but... Yeah, this is the path, I think. Because the manuscripts have mostly been, you know, where they're supposed to be.
Because the problem with the flare is they all just back off and heal.
They do, rather, yeah.
So you're really just delaying the battle. I don't think you quite killed them. I'm going to say kill the two who have got the shield off first. There we go. Ooh, good cinematic dodge.
I feel like every time I back off, I manage to back off into something. Maybe I'm just not as situationally aware as I should be. Oh. Right. We made it anyway. Well, I feel like we've come quite far down into the valley, almost. Oh god. No, 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 no! Okay.
It's fine.
Don't make me panic like that game.
I actually thought it was a bear trap at first.
Yeah, but no, it's goop that does actually hurt you when you stand on it. Because I am like, yeah, I'll destroy all darkness. Which is the way forward?
Well, not through there, I'm assuming. So I would go through there.
Actually, I think
No?
this is it.
Oh, this is the top. Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that yet.
Okay.
That'll be where it leads to once you've done that, though. Because it brings up the wooden platform, yeah?
Yeah.
You're rewarded with an extra page for looking.
Which is deputies at the logging site.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Kick this thing off. Do you want me to jump that? Okay. Whew.
Easy.
And this one is?
Barry and Elderwood.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
He'd recently watched Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Never seen any of those.
Oh, The Birds is terribly good.
Oh, okay. I should watch it then. Supplies. It's good to have supplies.
I also quite like The Rope, because it's interesting, because it's all one shot with a camera.
Oh.
It actually has breaks, really, but it does things like zoom into someone's back and then come out from
Yeah.
someone's back when they change the tape.
Sort of ways to cheat.
So it's all one pseudo shot, I suppose you'd call it. Not one of the scary ones, it's just really interesting.
Yeah.
Because what I like about Hitchcock is that he didn't know how to do it, so he didn't know what was not supposed to be possible
Yeah,
and
so you can just do
how
what
it
you
wasn't
want.
supposed to be did, so he just did it anyway, figured it out. And I quite like that, because that speaks to my experience with making videos, is that sometimes the help and advice you get is a bit rubbish, so you just have to kind of figure it out yourself.
Yeah, so it's like just doing something that the establishment does means everything looks the same, to be fair. So, well, you've got to break the mold sometimes. Is that whole thing going to come down?
Probably. The darkness wears her face.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
What? I'm aware.
Just that?
I feel like I can see something shining in here.
Aha.
It's like you sort of picked it up off the ground. Wake feels the dark presence. Oops.
Episode 2. Wake feels the dark presence.
Excuse me.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
We definitely have heard the dark presence, because you were asking if we had. Oh. More rifle ammo. Yeah, I'm like looking out for more yellow writing as well. I'm not sure if there's a reason to try and do stuff like that. Like cheat and jump on things.
I mean, there are occasionally things which are out of your reach otherwise, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was going to be anything there.
That's the way to go, but we escaped the trap.
Oh, he really just barrels into you. Obviously, you're supposed to dodge, but easier said than done, yo. Oh, he got you.
Oh, I really got to do this whole section again?
Be aware of Widowmakers.
Oof. Does that mean you have to pick up the manuscript page
Yeah,
again?
I was gonna check. Hence coming over. Yes.
Because, you know, some games you'll pick them up, it'll go, no, you only ever have to pick them up once.
Yeah, sort of like it's an account-based collectible.
Well, because otherwise someone might sort of restart a game and then forget they did it.
Yeah. Oh, there was bats. I didn't quite catch what the noise was at the time. Someone threw that.
Was it them?
Oh, you're no fun game.
Oh, you don't get to pick up more when you reload. You just always have 42 as the maximum.
Logging is a hazardous occupation.
Chainsaw.
Whew, okay. So if I pop a flare and then let go, just have it on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not really going to do much damage until you get rid of his darkness shield, though. But it'll keep them away, certainly.
It's actually not very useful when they're going behind the rock.
They do just tend to back off as well. Get him.
Yeah, I saw you. on, Alan.
What you should really be doing is when he's in that state, switch to your hunting rifle.
Ah, I can't go back and get those bullets. Yes, admittedly, I could have. I find when there's more enemies, that's tougher than when there's the single tougher enemies.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be distracting you
Yeah.
from fighting effectively. That's what they're for.
Campgrounds that way. That's the way to go. Do we have any
Campaign
secrets?
grounds. Meet so-and-so.
Doesn't look like it. I do like how dense it makes the woods seem. That they're always sort of actually going off.
Hmm.
God, Alan, stop panting. Right. Elderwood National Park.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
I was sort of wondering if I could see it, but the light kind of blocks out being able to see anything when you stay in it.
Yeah.
We hit a checkpoint. Let's keep hiking.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
I was
Thermos.
thinking I saw a flash.
Ah.
This is odd light.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
I do like the light cast across. Good use of light, basically, in the game.
Yeah, it's sort of its thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Did think that was a letter. Closed for renovations? Washington, yeah.
Nightingale fires at wake.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct. His posture. The way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
I can't remember if Nightingale's like my favourite character in
I
this
had to find the key to the garage.
or not.
Yeah, I forget, admittedly.
Oh, there's a TV there.
Garage key to get to the car.
What did you need?
The garage key.
Oh, weird.
I'm actually going to go into the other toilet first, just because I suspect once I picked it up, once I pick it up, I'll be attacked. So I'll finish exploring now that I know where it definitely is. Oh, there's no toilets in
Had to be
any of
somewhere
these.
nearby.
Yes, I was surprised the TV didn't do anything.
But probably will when you pick up the key,
Oh, do you think that's the idea?
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Let's go to it.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Ooh. That really fries them, actually. I don't think I've never noticed that until now.
Oh, he was about to tell you about,
that
what was it,
time.
Swedish walking or whatever it is.
Something. He was in that stall the whole time. Right.
Probably going, is this guy going to pee and leave or what?
I'm waiting for him to go so I can go. Into the vehicle. So a quick periphery check that there's nothing in here. Let's drive. Does it actually expect me to drive? R2 to accelerate, left for steering, L2 to brake or reverse.
Hold down X to boost the lights.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to kill any of them? You're supposed to like do the same thing, like break their shield and then ride into them.
Like that.
You got one of them.
I don't consider myself a fantastic driver.
Yeah, you can get out and you can explore and get back in again, yeah.
Same as other cars in case you total your own car.
Every car with a lit up cabin you can get into.
Yes, I always feel like I have to concentrate quite a little bit on these bits.
That's okay.
Take a brief break here since we've got light. Elderwood Palace Lodge. Experience the rich history of the Pacific Northwest. Enjoy the luxurious comfort of an authentic heritage home.
The Elderwood I can't read either. The Elderwood Palace Lodge, where history meets hospitality.
Nice. Look down here in case there's extras. Doesn't look like there is. Let's get back in. Sorry, car, sorry.
You don't need to apologise to the Taken, they are evil. And here we are.
Do I stop here?
No, I'm just saying this is one of the places on the way to Barry.
Oh.
Oh, good grief. That's right, yeah, this is the right way.
Like
I mean, you can probably stop and explore there again if you want, but I don't know if you do.
I'm not sure I need to. Is this deliberately making it so I can't get through?
Probably.
Unless you think I should.
I don't really think you need to be that thorough. You're going to miss some manuscripts anyway, probably.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Is that a hint?
That big one's going to charge you at some point. Well, no, he's not. He's dead. Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, no, there's enough of them that I should use it again.
That cabin you should look into.
This one.
Unless we did on the way down here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we were pretty thorough on the way down.
Maybe they're not going to have anything new then.
Yeah, we went in there.
In which case, you can just go all the way back to Barry.
Alright, well, let's hoof it to Barry.
Straight huffing it.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Yep, it's something out of the birds.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I washed the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Yeah, the sky's starting to do that thing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, well spotted. There is some paint on there. There we go.
Oh, do I not get a cinematic dodge from those? Nice.
Defeat the birds.
Give me some semblance of like where they are before they leave it there. So I should just be up on the step, maybe.
Got 5 flares left. Got 4 flares left. But that did defeat that whole flock in one go.
You can open the door now. They're gone.
Yeah, that was probably worth
You know,
it.
I think maybe the reason you were having difficulty is because it's giving you the big weapons and you're not using them.
I suppose, yeah.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Thanks.
Sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
Come here. Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You, won't you say something? I need to get my bearings. I'm lost, and the shadows keep on changing. And I'm haunted by the lives that I have loved and actions I have hated. I'm haunted by the lies that wove the web inside my haunted head. Don't cry. There's always a way. Here in November, in this house of leaves, we'll pray. Please, I know it's hard to believe. See a perfect forest through so many splintered trees. You and me, and these shadows keep on changing. And I'm haunted by the lives that I have loved and actions I have hated. I'm haunted by the promises I made and others I have broken. I'm haunted by the lies that wove the web inside my haunted head. I'll always want you. I'll always need you. I'll always love you. And I will always miss you. Come here. No, I won't say please. One more look at the ghost before I'm gonna make it leave. Come here. I got the pieces here. Time to gather.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's
anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
Yeah, he even has the same limp as from the film.
I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss that if we'd progressed too quickly. So I like to let the speech
But yeah,
play out.
this whole section is from a David Lynch film.
I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Fire Walk with Me.
So we are in the Sparkling River Estates mobile home court, spaces and rentals. Mr. Randolph is the lot manager. Let's go.
Me. It's not far.
Yeah. I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
It's a boat.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Geez, sorry.
Can't tell if he's making that noise or not.
Like it sounds more like chopping in the woods.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
It's nice, is the thing. Oh, I see that coffee thermos.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Are none of us weirded out?
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Didn't burn out that television. But yes, above her bed is lots and lots of pictures of you.
And she has at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of your book.
Are they the same book?
Oh, does she just have the series?
Yeah, she has the series.
Right, right.
Poor Rose.
Looks like a little girl's bedroom is the thing, but...
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
At least she's not all there. It's another Alan Wake book. And our dropped coffee mug, which I like the detail of. Oh, why can't I get through here?
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
He has that same dream.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
I mean, there's enough time to read this manuscript page.
And you missed your appointment with Agent Nightingale.
I suppose, yes.
Randolph calls the police.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Yeah, so you can't just go through here, I presume. We've got to go around.
Yeah. Really, I think it was just an excuse to make it night again.
Yes, very much so.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Is that the same Walt that was in the lockup when we were there?
Yes, that's who they're talking to. It's supposed to give you that small town vibe.
Yeah, there's not that many people. Everyone knows each other.
Is that Randolph waiting for you at the end there?
Yes. Also, you're a baby.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
God, he really was desperate to shoot you.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wayne. Come on. Take it easy on it.
Yes, the reason I like him is because he manages to come up with a different writer every time he addresses you angrily.
Right. Come on, Wake, don't give up on cardio now. This way, I guess.
God, you are so knackered.
I don't think we really slept very well. I suppose I'll give him that.
Oh, you probably slept better than you've slept in years.
Mm.
Drugged sleep, best kind.
Oh, right, yes, I guess that's fair to point out.
Damn.
Come on, it. Come on. Admittedly, you would be exhausted.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
I did pick up a manuscript page, though.
The dark presence sleeps.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Just enough time to pause and read that. Oh, things are getting dark. But I have no gun, I have no flashlight. Come on, come on. Good for her.
There was more, I think. Or at least the text came up.
No,
It was just a bit of police report. I don't think it was
Yeah.
terribly important.
I'm like trying to catch everything, obviously, but... Okay, catch your breath. Yeah, we're done.
Search the area.
What's not stopping? No!
I think it's some of the police turning into Taken and then killing them.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
So he's going, oh, well, you know, he's killing us. And it's like, so he just thinks that everything's you.
Yes.
But it's clearly not. Well, I suppose in a sense it is, because the dark presence is, that's Mount Rainier. The dark presence is, like, doing all this to kind of help you.
To a certain extent, yeah. It wants you to get into the right position, certainly. Yeah, I can hear a helicopter somewhere. Oh, here we go.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
I beg to differ.
Did the birds get it?
I think they did.
I think it's crashing.
yeah.
I don't think you get to see it or anything. Oh, maybe you do. use the
Is this an honest to goodness Firewatch tower?
I think it is, yeah.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Oda Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet it does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
So the Fed is also drunk. Strange Fed. Do you want to take a break here? Or I feel relatively safe, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll be back soon. We're back. I figured I'd read the summation. The police, we've got to escape the police, led by the volatile FBI agent Nightingale, chasing Wake for fear of missing his meeting with the man who kidnapped his wife. Where's my wife, etc.
He's literally said that several times.
He can't afford to stop.
Too expensive stopping.
Right, I'll take a peek through this other...
Telescope?
Can we look through here?
Oh, bless, like a giant binocular.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Yes, we can. Do you see anything else? I was like assuming we might see a man on a hill or something.
And there's the mast for the station.
All the way around just in case. But there isn't anything, and I can just thump right down there. I guess on I go.
I mean, are we driving there?
We don't have anything. We don't have gun. We don't have torch.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
What, he would immediately sell you out like the guy who ran the park. Oh dear.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Let's find a light then.
There's a thermos.
Yes, I did spot that. And a big light. Like a military thing.
There was no power to the searchlight.
But we can follow the power cable.
Ah, here we are.
1, 2, 3.
Just checking for secrets.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
What?
Is it on a timer, or does it just expect you to restart it? Oh, there's a...
We've got to kick it. Get back into place.
We have to run to the searchlight, I think.
Okay.
Oh, also, if your cable looks like that, you've done it wrong.
Hmm.
L2 to boost.
Did I do it in time?
Yes.
I was a bit worried it had conked out right at the last second there. Right, down we go.
Another gate has become inhabited with evil and darkness.
Pick up the light. Yeah, Michael, is he pointing to something on purpose? So.
Well, that was just to show that light was there. You're supposed to be going around the corner. Yeah.
Evil gate. Evil gate. Oof.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
We have flashbangs. It's the same control as with the
Flare.
The single-use flare things. Yeah.
Well, I think it was hold R1 to do with flare. Yeah.
You could just tap it to activate it and drop it.
I mean, I was going to say this is the flashbang tutorial. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it took a while than I thought it would. So my sort of setting it off late didn't help.
Oh, were you thinking it would be like instant? He's just running for it.
No, get... Alan, jump! Just fumble at the wall like a nana. Come on.
If you're overwhelmed by enemies, try to run towards the light. Yeah, thanks, game. Literally what we were doing.
Eee. Eee.
You're probably still supposed to kill them as well.
Okay. Like I said, I have no
flashbang
gun.
might do damage as well, I don't know. Oh, you have no gun?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good.
That's... Like, I do have to just move, I think, as part of it.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
You know, maybe this is something you should phone the police about directly.
Guess unless you tried and they didn't answer the phone.
Oh, in the face.
I actually don't really know where it wants me to go.
Oof. I mean, I suspect not that way. I don't think that's anywhere.
Alan, drop a thing. Okay.
Yeah, I suspect you've somewhat wandered off the path.
Maybe. I'm sort of hoping it was this way because I could see the light through the trees.
I mean, it might eventually be this way. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But I don't think this was the path you were supposed to go on. And yes, flashbang seems to do damage and remove shield.
Yeah.
Get you a man who can do both.
I guess. Was I supposed to come through this path? Just have a brief look just in case.
Down to your last 2 flashbangs.
That's fair enough. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't like missed a page, you know?
Yeah. Like I say, I think we already have.
Oh, okay then.
From the last chapter. And I'm not counting ones where it's like the nightmare ones.
There's always that thing where it's like, if you want your player to run from enemies, you probably don't want them to sound like a cheese grater for like 5-6 hours of you playing the game.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bothered with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well...
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
That's immediately go to a song, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lorna sounds familiar. Have we met a Lorna?
Was not the receptionist at the police station, or was that someone else?
Was it? Just checking for notes. Well, there are no notes. Let's go and scare this man. Yes, as I say, I should look at the signs.
Get to the coal mine. Maine would know. And I had a feeling I wouldn't get a chance to ask anyone else anytime soon.
So this is 97.6 FM, KBF FM, Bright Falls Radio.
But yes, what I was laughing at is that it's the Night Owl. And the thing is that there's a famous radio station programme in the UK called The Night Owls with Alan Robson. which is
Forget
like
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's sort
the
of a
late
local
night
legend
radio.
thing.
You listen to Night Owls. Yes, the voice of Pat Main all night, every night, which sounds tiring. When you need to know the weather, there is only one man you can turn to. The Jim Figmore report, maybe? Every morning on KBFW.
I suspect that there's more than one weather reading person.
Ah. Various signs. We have the early bird, start your day right, 7 to 10 a.m.
That's the obnoxious program to wake you up, usually.
Oh, a similar sign. I don't think we need to read that one.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Just let everyone know that I'm here.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Because he's a lunatic. Come on.
He literally creates the means for you to escape, like, every time, by being psychotic.
Oh. It's gotta hurt, admittedly.
I'm not sure how modern the references get. Dan Brown's fairly modern,
That
right?
is fairly modern, yeah.
Lovecraft now.
So many cliffs, it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
There's a train in the distance,
That
yeah.
bridge from the beginning of the game, yeah. Nightingale in the radio station.
Stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Maybe he should calm the fuck down then.
I mean, I think we're supposed to assume that he's bellicose and being driven by the dark presence.
Yes, yeah, which would make sense. So I can get this off. Yeah, you press the button and you do nothing, man.
Yeah, it's not like he can get you.
No, it's fine is the thing, but it just feels so petty.
In fact, I think he's even despawned.
Yes,
You've upset him
they
that
have.
much.
Which is good, because I'm pretty sure there was
He's
stuff
like, all I'm
here.
trying to do is I'm out here trying to catch me in Alan Wake.
Alright, calm down, game. I'll go back into the light. Right, I have a pistol, I've got a flare, and I've got a flashbang. Let's go to the flare for now, just because they feel less important. Right, where should I be going, do you think?
Well, like I say, is it not tap for one, hold for the other, or is it literally there's a grenade button and it's just...
They both have said it's R1 so far.
So it's just a grenade button is
Yeah.
R1, right? Fair enough.
Where do you think I'm supposed to go from here? Like
Forward.
over there? Or
Yeah.
just forward? Okay.
Forward from where that was, yeah. There'll be a trail. Yeah, there you go. Oh, the other's down there as well. This is where you're supposed to be going, though. It depends how much you want to sort of do side missions.
Yeah, you can sort of do a throw with the whole thing and I presume make a hasty exit.
Yeah, running away is... I mean, I would kill everything, but...
I think I'm going up to the radio tower.
But you do you.
If I don't have to, because it feels like it's more chasing me on than actually wanting me
because
to...
I'm the sort of player who's, like, thoroughly does, like, give me a room full of enemies and I'll sort of slowly defeat them all. A lot of the time you're not supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It feels like it's chasing me on, not wanting me to stand my ground at a house or anything.
It keeps on saying, like, if you're having trouble, run towards the light. It's in, like, the hint screens all the time. I just ignore them and kill everything anyway. It's because I'm a bad person.
Well, every so often one is clearly getting close enough. They're easier to deal with one at a time. I'll also reload while I'm running. Yeah, there's no one there now.
Something reloading in battle?
Only reloading while running. Man, you can do it. We're nearly there. You see what I mean, though? That it's like, this is what you want gamers to hear, like, 90% of the time. Maybe he shouldn't be so panty. I suppose I could walk.
Yeah, that's a little bit more pleasant, yeah. I've seen an item there already.
Yeah.
Flares. And a manuscript page. So why are we reaching the water deep? Well, Walter fights Danny.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
I don't know, it just looked like a way to go.
Sorry, the way it's because it's telling you to reach the train depot, and I'm like, when did that become the thing we had to do?
A while ago, it did say we were asking main for directions to there because that's where the guy has told us to meet him.
No, we were asking for directions to the mine.
The mine, right?
The mine, and I'm like, this is no mine. This is a train depot.
And I think that was just for the extra. We ran all the way up there just for the extra. Now we have to go all the way back down.
But he kept on mentioning the tower. Right now, right. Oh. I was actually mostly trying to get you to do a little jump down because it would save you some time.
Oh,
and then
right.
It's like, birds. Yes, I quite like the way that Nightingale keeps on telling people how dangerous you are, and then the local sheriff's like, he wears tweed.
Yeah.
He's a writer. What are you talking about?
It's also like, I'm assuming fairly deliberate that we haven't had a gun this whole time. Because it's like, no, we're not fighting or shooting back, but you're nuts.
And it's like, you're supposed to arrest people, surely. Yes. He just keeps trying to shoot you.
Yes, I'm assuming then this, slightly further down still, this alternate path we saw is probably where the game actually wants us to go.
Yeah.
This way, this way.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's this little cat. We can see the lights of a...
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Just so we feel a bit safer.
The darkness controls the Taken and is a different franchise. Involving Mike Patton.
Like, I am hitting L1 every time there.
Flare? Oh, some of these are the cops. They're the FBI guys. Yeah, they're both vulnerable. Go for it. Those big ones regenerate the shields, so you need to hit them with a torch again for a while. There we go. Nice.
I just feel a bit unfair that that wasted all of that ammo that I just picked up doing that fight.
Used. Not wasted. Used.
Yeah, like I said, I'm often like, is there a reason to do stuff like this? Because I can, but...
I was more thinking, do water towers in America really look like that? Like, do they look like the Warner Brothers cartoon one? Like, because that's from something, right?
Yes, I suppose they must have that look, maybe?
And why do Americans have water towers, but the English don't?
Well, I mean, we're kind of probably we're not a massive hunk of land in the same way.
Because I know, like, for example, like fire hydrants are a thing because their fire engines don't carry water, and ours carry water. But the water tower, I'm assuming it's a similar, like, infrastructure thing.
Maybe I don't know much about it. I'm afraid I don't actually know where this wants me to go.
Not over the cliff. And I mean, it always has a radar with it on, so.
Guess this looks likely. Sure.
Thermos. And yes, there's good light over there as well. Is that a manuscript page here?
Yes, let's pick it up. Sweet Sarah distrusts Nightingale.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Here's the train depot. Oh, thank God, it's on break.
Some ammunition? I mean, they're all just ammunition, aren't they?
I suppose, yeah.
Mushy mushy.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, it sounded like it was pre-recorded or stitched together from other speech. It's almost never this bright at night.
No, admittedly, it is a bit much.
Oh, there was a marking on that stone. And there's a manuscript there.
Yeah, there's an extra that way. That's the way to go. But I will grab this.
Wake attacked by a possessed object.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
All right. Was it this shack by any chance?
Probably. Maybe. There we go.
We are revolved out. Let me out? Oh, you...
Yeah, I was going to say, it seemed to be directing you out the side. Was that just so you can go around these people? I was going to say, he's not dead. Yeah, I guess the plus side, you can pick up more ammo.
Yeah.
You full again. Wasn't a waste. I think you made a net gain in flares as well.
Yes, yeah. Okay, let's get back on track.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh, so it goes right out into the water.
Also, I didn't even realise that this was another game that uses yellow paint to indicate where you should go.
And it was taking over everything in its path.
And this was years ago. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. No, no. I don't actually know where to go is the thing.
If in doubt, flare. There you go. Ow.
Jesus Christ game. It's gonna kill me because I didn't really know where to go.
You're not dead yet. Wake and the dark presence in the lodge.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh.
Yes, the call was coming from inside the house.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
But we can now switch to a heavy-duty flashlight. Okay. Calm down, everyone. Just calm down.
Is that the battery limit then?
No, I think I was actually out of revolver ammo.
Flare. Gun. You probably didn't need the second one, but, you know. It was quicker.
Yes, yeah, I figured for safety's sake. I was thinking, get up here.
Not like that.
Must feel like I should have experimented beforehand, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're just
And it's
going.
not spawning more enemies or anything.
No, it's just doing the effect.
It's sort of giving a sense of urgency without literally
Yeah.
Pushing you forward. You are getting a grip of how it works and everything, so...
I guess, yeah. And yes, I think this was where I was seeing into anyway, so...
Because I can probably still remember enough from our first run to pick it up again, but this is the first time you've actually played this.
Yes. That's why I thought it might be more fun if I did. In light, you can hurt them. Well, then maybe it's just...
It's true, that's lots of things, that.
I suppose. I would say maybe it's just frustrating to watch someone who isn't as good, but... Oh, there's so many things going on. Flare. The radio actually isn't anything.
But the TV is.
Make sure there's nothing over here. There's nothing over there.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derlith, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derlith.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. Like springs.
I suppose that was fitting with the H.P. Lovecraft being the last author name he threw at us. This is Wake attacked by the dark presence.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Use the flares, it seemed to say.
I also like the meta of the whole stories are fixed so you can have predictions in them because they always come true. Right. Is that an emergency cabinet on the wall that you walked? Well, there's one there as well.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few dotted around, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to bulldoze you.
Ow! Okay.
Find a vehicle.
Find a vehicle.
Find a vehicle.
All right.
Don't try and fight the bulldozer. But I don't want to make you go in one direction. I don't want to... No, I've made that joke already, haven't I?
Vehicle. Over there, I suppose, is where it wants me to go. Stop running just because there's a cutscene, Alan. Run!
That's probably enough to get that pressed. Yeah, you'll still want to dodge it and... Oh.
It's almighty.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Why was that such a change of mood all of a sudden?
Also, why is the frame rate gone so terrible?
The coal mine wasn't far now.
Right? This was like a smooth 60 before. It's playing a movie! How hard could it be?
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Smash cut to daylight. I didn't really get to look around that back then, so I'm almost certain I've missed
like,
stuff.
when it said find a vehicle, what I thought it meant was...
To fight the other one, probably.
To fight the other vehicle, because you were going to, like, you know, drive around the arena, get hit occasionally, but catch it in your headlights, and it would, like, burn away the darkness. And then it didn't do... Why? Wait.
I'm just seeing how far I can push in this direction. Go on.
No, it's fair enough. You'll probably find something at the end, you know. Yeah, and then just goes, oh, well, now that's over. Let's just calmly get into this car and drive off.
It's like, why are you suddenly so calm?
Even during daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
There you go. I'm honestly surprised there wasn't a thermos there.
So, like, it feels rather that what it was expecting you to do was, well, take a lot more time opening it.
Yeah, or run around and try and fight a bit more, maybe.
I wonder how much you could actually defeat it. Yeah, it's just I noticed the objective was find a vehicle, so I'm like, it's clearly not expecting you to fight it.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And yes, so this way is Coal Mine Museum. We've got a welcome to Bright Falls sign here.
It's not readable.
Which is not readable. It's a shame because so many of the other ones they've gone to the trouble to make readable. Should I drive?
Yeah, part of what I was getting at when you were going the other way is why aren't you taking the car?
I didn't think I was allowed to drive, I suppose. Also, it is a police car. I'm not sure we should be driving it, should we?
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Yes, I thought this was a police car, but it's actually the Bright Falls Light and Power Company.
It's a utility ute.
It is, rather.
Which is to say it's a utility vehicle.
Can almost just roll down the hill. I probably shouldn't though. Rough road. Oh Jesus.
It did warn you. You could change if you want.
Cute little yellow car, yeah.
Is that yellow?
Oh no, it's sort of...
I think it's a sort of a forestry green or a drab olive.
Khaki.
Drab olive. Olive drab?
Sure.
Sounds cuter.
It sounds very different, yeah, I was just thinking. That bridge is also out. Sorry, when you reverse it, like, immediately tries to turn the camera. I have to do quite a
Yeah, so you can see where you're going.
tight reverse turn there.
Oof.
Oh my god, this thing is so slippy.
Maybe you shouldn't have picked this car.
Yes, it does feel quite odd to sometimes go, well, it's just the day now. But as he says, it's like he's still being stalked, is it? Come on, up the hill, you can do it. Stop here and change to this car. Why not? Well, after I check out this hutch, obviously.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained.
All right, Gandalf.
I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Be soothed a little by this music. Okay, that's enough. I guess I quite like that he's like, sorry about that. I shouldn't have said where you were. Because it's like, he did go, Alan Wake's here.
I think the police were already on their way,
I
but
suppose,
yes.
yes.
Can you still, like, what was the button that made the headlights go? Was it X? Does that still work in the daylight?
Not sure. Actually, I'm just going to pop out and run to the right because I'm not convinced I'll be very good at doing a turn on this quite tight bit. But I don't think there's anything down here like a thermos. It's just the other side of that bridge that was broken. Nope, we're good.
I think you would have been fine in the car.
You'd think someone who's lived in New York would be good at this. It's like the stereotype is supposed to be that you just decide to walk everywhere because you wouldn't want to drive in New York or something, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be driving would be slower than walking a lot of the time, like it is in London. Oh, how did Fry put it? No one drives in New York. There's too much traffic.
Which obviously, yes, comes across as a bit of an oxymoron, because if no one drives, where's all the traffic from? Oh.
That's the joke.
Hill truckers use lower gear.
Is it advice, or is it just information? Trucks use lower gears, do they? Oh, that's nice.
No, I'm assuming it's advice. Come on, car, you can do it.
Some stairs here. Going to another of these Firewatch towers.
Yeah.
Not sure that car's 70s enough.
I know, I'll probably get in it. If this is... I don't think this is the way forward. I think I have to keep going.
This is just to sort of get the lay of the land, I think. Yeah. It's going to have some more of these binoculars on them, hopefully.
It's nice to have little breaks. Is this the train depot here, I suppose? Maybe not. I know this one doesn't have binoculars. But I can hear...
I think we've been through the train depot at this point.
Oh, right, so that's sort of as we've gone past it, that's it. Radio.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but...
Well, apart from the one that got away.
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now,
you're fat.
I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Oh, fair enough. It's not an unreasonable reason to be a little introspective. Brush with death and a rude FBI agent. Yeah, this is like a proper old style, long and flat. And
yeah, I was hoping it would make it easier for you to get flares, because there were a lot of them around in the 70s. I'm not sure how many jokes I can make about flares. Probably get a few more in. The trick is to put them at the end of the pant leg, because it's wider.
Right. Is this the coal mine then?
Yes.
Should I go down the road just in
Well,
case?
I'm not sure this is the coal mine, or is it... Well, it's part of, like, the coal mining operation, but it's not the coal mine itself. So, no, I would go here. It's not the destination, because you can see where the destination is on your radar, right?
Okay.
Unless this leads to it. But if it does, then you're going to have to do it either way. I guess.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, down the road might just have a bit of paper. But no, this has the bit of paper. There we go. Mott. Ooh, Mott on the ferry.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Is that the guy who has our wife?
Must have been, yeah. Your wife?
Yeah, I've got to take in the scenic view occasionally.
Just thinking that I was supposed to write that down.
Yeah, you do already have a keep note. Bright Falls Coal Mine, Washington Mining Coal. Visitor parking? Yeah, I suppose I am a visitor. I should park.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Thermos, 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 thermos. Are these readable?
In fact, yes. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns and Swedes, among others, worked the mines.
And that was the Bright Falls Coal Mine Museum. It has the title, but not in the actual...
No, this is the Bright Falls Coal Mine Museum, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It has the title, but not in the bit you read.
Oh, yes.
While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shaft particularly dangerous. Yep. That's just a flat picture. Main office that way.
Is that a manuscript page just out in the open there?
Yeah, let's get it.
Sarah in the radio station.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Mm.
In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Yeah, I saw a thing on QI where it's like different countries have different common buildings, and America's is museums.
Oh, okay.
Whereas ours is pubs.
I suppose, yeah.
didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Wake!
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I want to know how you got that toad on a mobile.
Mirror Peak.
Yes. I'm not convinced he has Alice. I actually don't remember. Everything went dark outside.
Was that a rendering issue or not?
I don't know. And yes, we have like more than one museum, I think, fairly nearby, and pubs. But like where your mother lives, for example, no museums, but definitely pubs. Can't go out that way. I don't actually know where it wants me to go is the thing. Down? Oh. Maybe?
I mean, just keep doing it. If it kills you, it kills you. Right?
Sure. And yes, I did make it down.
I see a beacon of green flashy over there.
Hmm. Oh, and many pickups, actually.
Just more collections of items for us.
Yeah, we're still pretty stocked up, actually.
What is that? Breaker box?
Yeah, does it turn on the power or open the door, maybe? Ah, there you go.
Oh, it's the what would probably not be an electrified
No,
hatch.
I'm not convinced, but down we go gently. Gently?
Gently. Is that a bear trap?
No,
it's a page.
manuscript page, yeah. Thomas Zane in love with Barbara Yeager.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
It is a bit guilty of going and he met a pretty girl who wasn't miserable all the time.
Mm.
But fair enough, fair enough.
Box of ammo.
Yeah.
Wonder what that's there for. Shoot the red thing! Shoot the red thing!
Can't see the red thing.
That you were just aiming
that.
at.
I can't fucking get him to shoot it.
There you go. Oh! Nelly.
get that? No.
It's still active. You're supposed to be dodging and then lighting up.
Actually, since I'm still relatively near that thing.
Mm-hmm. Go back, get some more ammo, yeah.
There you go. Some flashbangs. Okay. That was a nice twofer. Go up there? Should I go up there? Maybe.
What's going on?
There's a box inside trying to attack me. Oh! Why on earth did I jump?
Won't that let them out?
I want to go in there, I think, is the thing. Okay. Oh, is that the big tornado? Okay.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
In a sense, we all do.
Yes, it is X.
That's a tree. Oh.
I'm not very good at this, sorry.
I'm not sure that was the place to get out, but sure.
No, probably not. Yeah, what now?
Turn off?
Yeah, it's because we're turning off the power.
Oh, because we need to get through the thing. Maybe go back to that car,
Yeah, I'm
park it
gonna
a bit closer.
drive the car a bit closer. Yeah, I think that is fair. It doesn't help that he kind of spins around when he gets out of it. Right. But yeah, we're heading for there. Come on. can't move.
Just get out and run for it.
I'll do it.
Got him with the flare gun anyway.
Yeah. God, don't run or anything, Alan.
James Sunderland's quite bad for that in the new Silent Hill.
I suppose, yes, he is, isn't he?
Where it's like, don't try and get away from the enemies, James. Just lightly jog.
I did think I was seeing flashing.
You get used to it, but it's quite slightly frustrating that all of the enemies are faster than you. This doesn't have quite that problem, but they can still catch you if you don't dodge. Well, so maybe it is the same problem, come to think of it. Hang on. Had to have my arsehole waiting.
And yes, I'm getting to the point where I actually have quite a few things, so I should just be more aggressive with my ammo and whatnot.
I just like the way to screw this flashbang.
Yeah. Trust no one in the dark. Oh, we don't. Well, because admittedly that is the player never uses the items. How do you deal with it? You don't get to save them between chapters. You use it or lose it. Right, no, there's definitely nothing else in here. Okie dokie. Oh, look at that giant armchair.
Follow. But pick up the page first, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Wake touched by the dark presence.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Oh, jeez. No, stop panting. Right through here. Aha. Is this slightly safe? Not really, but... Let's pull the gate. Open.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
No, I guess not. I guess that's the way forward. No, why? No one's home. Go away. You know what? Fuck all of you.
Yeah, that seemed to work.
I think we're making it to the bit of the mine that's more miney.
A mine? Yeah, this is a mine.
This was one of the quite good scares, if I remember rightly.
What, this note?
No, the mine. This is Wake and Barry in the cell.
Oh, you get caught then?
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
I don't actually know who Raymond
Yeah,
Chandler
I don't know who
is,
Raymond
but
Chandler
I'm
is. I'm gonna
assuming
look it
it's
up.
also a writer. Feel free to tell us once you find out who that is.
Raymond Chandler.
Chandler.
Chandler. American-British novelist and screenwriter. A detective fiction writer.
I'm finding yellow paint.
Okay, what did he write? He wrote The Big Sleep.
That does sound familiar, so...
I think it's a film noir, yeah. Or was adapted into a film noir. I suppose it was a book noir.
Yes.
Just this thermos at the end of this
Oh,
land pier.
No, no, Alan, don't! No, Alan, don't! Oh, I panicked. Sorry. Okay.
It's actually Alan Wake.
Gentle jump. Gentle jump.
Followed by almost panic.
Oh, we're cool. I'm cool. Doesn't jumping stress you out? Alright, we're in the light.
I guess it can.
Just like moths in the light, I think I've just noticed.
Yes. It's very cool. I don't know if you want to go the other way first, but...
No, that is where we came from. I realise it doesn't look like it. We were over there and I went up there. And then down here.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
I'll use this shotgun. This way?
That's the way you should be going, so I don't know if you want to go the other way.
Oh yeah, I could have a quick look.
Don't know if you want to just make it to the light or... Oh, no, they both lead to the same place. When you've come over here, your target's changed to over here.
Oh.
So either it's the same place or it's playing some sort of trick.
Yeah, they might all loop up to the same place, I think. I'm not sure what happened there.
The lights you set caught them. But not all of them. Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah, I want to
as
look
well.
around. But no, I think it's... Was there a mine over there, or did I imagine
There was briefly
hole?
another path, but I think it just led around the other side of the rock.
Oh, for...
Explodee's sake. Yeah, just right around for the other side of the rock.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't lead anywhere else.
Alan, can you move?
Yes, you can see how it all led round.
Yeah.
That seems effective.
Yes, it does. The pump action.
In combination with the standing light, of course.
Yes, yeah, to be fair. Not just the pump action on its own.
Restored.
Wrong button. There's another tree tipping over.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Almost certainly.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
I'm not sure I like these horrible teleporty enemies. You're burning your light that entire time, bearing in mind. We took some killing.
You did rather. I think he was like a mini boss, like some of the other ones are. Little shack here.
I was literally just turn the light on.
Hmm. This way, this way.
I don't think there's anything over this side.
No.
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Wake and Casey.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
It's almost as if you aren't a character in a book. Ah, oh, okay. Grey Peak Gorge. Originally founded in 1928, the Grey Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1917. Yes, it's that. Good shot of the moon.
That's just your torch. Okay, it isn't.
I felt like it was waiting until I looked up.
There's a glimmer over there, yes.
There was the dilemma of which way is way forward.
I think it's over there. You're probably safe going into all these buildings. Especially for this thermos over here. Like I say, it's surprising actually how much of a pure third-person shooter this actually is.
Absolutely. Right, I've looked at all those buildings on the right.
I was going to say, you might want to get behind cover a little as well. Because obviously when something comes at you, it can't hit you through a strut. Where's the tractor gone?
Oh.
There it is.
Well remembered. Oh, no, it's away.
I think you upset it. Seem to be out of danger for the meantime.
Nope.
Nope, never mind. Again, you should be hiding behind like a tree.
Seem to be having much more trouble focusing on that one.
Probably just because it was behind something else.
I guess.
I needed a key for the door.
There's one. By their powers combined, unlock. Is that something next to it on the table there? No, is that just a... okay.
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
He looks
Are
so
you
haunted.
incorporating Cthulhu?
Yeah. So what to the hunting rifle? This, so...
There's a shotgun you're holding. There you go.
Thing is, I think the punk action shotgun is probably better.
I'll keep using it then.
I'll take the ammo just in case.
You will run out of ammo if it doesn't give you any, but don't worry about that for now.
Yep, more dark presence. Should we leave it here if I've just reached a checkpoint, or should I keep going?
I was going to ask if you wanted to stop now or after we've reached the Mirror Peak lookout.
I don't know, we can just stop now if you'd like to.
Okay.
I don't want to keep, I don't want to make you play it more than you want to.
I'm not playing.
Well, I suppose I'll reach the lookout then. if you're not desperate to stop. So I take it I'm actually nearly there, yeah.
Moshi Moshi?
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Yeah, but I've got loot to pick up. And breathing to listen to.
And breathing to look up.
Birds.
I think that single line of dialogue is the best one in the game. Birds.
He's rather determined to kill me.
Birds.
Danger.
Birds.
Down we go.
Away from the,
Birds.
I mean, you said it. Enter the silver mine. This isn't the peak.
No, we've gone down, not up.
Why, that's almost the opposite direction.
God, this air is so dusty.
It's quite bad in the game too. Oh. Tunnels
Go to Cauldron Lake.
Yeah. That's quieter.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
I have no idea if this is the way forward or not. I don't know if you want to go back or...
No, I don't think this is. I'm not sure this is.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
But this manuscript page. Hunters taken.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
No, I think this was just for an extra.
See what they mean about the lake being black.
Mm. Yellow paint has felt like it's mostly been for extras, not for the main game, so...
I think you're right, yeah.
It's like weirdly mossy on the roof, or ceiling, or... cave top.
I like it in Deus Ex when there's a floor roof and he calls it a floof.
Fair enough.
But there's no context to it. He just says floof. Like he goes, oh,
know what that means.
I have to go up into the floof. And then you're like, what?
Fair enough. And Nightingale in the Majestic?
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Jeez.
Yeah, because why is he actually hunting us?
I think I remember that bit why, but... I suppose, do you mind talking about spoilers?
Nah, we'll just let the game reveal it.
Oh, it really wanted me to pick up the hunting rifle, admittedly.
You can shoot both of them, yeah.
Okay.
Were you worried you were going to get sidelined?
No, I think I hadn't reloaded my gun enough. Excuse me. Down we go even further.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Maybe.
A strange way to put it. I became at the top of the mine through the machinery. I wonder if this ladder could help me get up.
It's like, yes.
That's like a multi-stage thing.
Actually not. Is that enough? I'm like, is it wanting me to go right? Is that the idea?
Yeah, well, you have to. And then you make it up on the next level, I assume.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you get the idea.
But what about this ladder? Oh, right, no, I do have to use the ladder. Oh, the ladder's to there, yeah, not to the right. It's quite odd.
Oh.
Back down. Just a little, ladder climbing puzzle. Okay.
That was ominous.
I feel like we're now going in the right direction again. Is this going to be the peak? Am I okay to go down?
Probably, yeah. There might be birds.
Birdies.
I'm starting to think the top of here is not Mirror Peak. Beginning to, I don't know if I'm right. Yeah, it's not on your radar, so I don't think it's the actual target, the top of here.
Assuming it was that one that there was a zip line slightly further down.
Oh.
I figured it might be nice to check out up here since we came all the way here.
Is that a ladder?
Yes, here. This may even just be to get our bearings. No, it's to get a bit of paper. Yeah, zipline thing, cable car.
So you're doing a jumbo beam down there.
Hmm. It's a bit odd that I could still move. This is Tor hits Nurse Sinclair.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Oh, that's kind of horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, here it is. I'm like, don't just fall off the edge.
I'm sure it wouldn't kill you.
I don't know. Right, yeah, I can see the edge of it just there. Let's get down and get to it.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
We love cable cars.
This place is lousy with cable cars. Nice. Possibly even a touch excessive.
I can hear them. Oh. Oh dear. Wait. No, not like this. Oh. Oh, you are lucky to be alive. Oh, I'm on the wrong gun still. That sort of figures.
Bye. Or is it the right gun?
Oh. It's the
Oh,
dark.
it's really bringing the trees down.
Oh God!
Shit.
You said it.
Yes.
Okay. I think that is probably a good place to leave it. We made it to the other side just. This was Michaela.
And Peter.
You can find us here at And So Begins on Twitch and over on And So Begins on YouTube. We hope you're enjoying our videos. We'll see you again next time.
Bye.